Hey, welcome back, baby. Look, here we are. Invincible is the greatest comic book show of all time.
It's not even better than Batman. I don't even know what you want to say. We're not even going. You said greatest show or greatest animated show?
Sorry. Greatest comic book show of all time.
Still not better than Batman the animated show.
We'll see. Okay. No, we're gonna be debating: is Invincible the GOAT, or do certain people who are older than me have nostalgia bias? I'm just saying.
It does not have anything to do with nostalgia bias.
It doesn't have anything not to do with it either.
It has everything to do with it's not there yet.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Fine. First of all,
Let's talk about this. You're going to say wild stuff.
best action, storytelling mix in comic book history. No ifs, ands, or buts. You can't tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
You can't. I'm sorry. You can tell me I'm wrong, but you can't prove that I'm wrong.
You can't.
There's no fight scenes in any comic book show better than the ones in Invincible. It's just not. The way they go at it, the consequences of those fights.
Everybody has consequences.
No, they don't. You also Batman, and they say there ain't no consequences. Everybody lives.
X-Men had nothing but consequences in this show.
One guy got hurt. One guy died. One guy.
Your show is based off of, your action isn't even action. It's just let's punch through something and it'll show lots of blood.
What?
The intro of the show is blood splatter.
That was for one season.
Blood splatter was your intro for your show. What are we talking about here? The other seasons is still destruction and everything and chaos.
That's because there are consequences. There's no Superman fight scene when he run into a building. The next episode, that building's completely fine. Like the whole structural integrity shouldn't be all compromised.
That's what. Who cares?
I care.
You care? Oh, you care?
I've always cared.
It's always been like that in comic books and everything.
The Joker poisoned an entire river. The next episode, they all drinking water like it's perfectly fine. Now you should be a ball of water.
Filtration system.
Then if it was a filter, why didn't he have to freeze it? The fights, there are iconic fight scenes in Invincible, and there's only been 4 seasons. The one where Omni-Man took on the Guardians of the Globe in the first episode. That's iconic. The way he was going through and ripping through and they were fighting him back hard, iconic.
Okay.
Omni-Man fighting Mark. I know Mark got his butt whooped a lot in that fight. But the emotion...
Every season he gets his butt whooped.
Hey, okay. But the emotion...
I got stronger. Look how much stronger
and he's fighting somebody who's stronger than that.
And he gets his butt whooped.
He fighting the same thing happened with the Flash. Look how much faster that guy. You know, next thing you know, the next villain is even faster than that. All right, so it happens all the time. I don't care about it.
Okay, so that doesn't make it great. You just making my point.
No, I'm just saying that happens to every comic book show. Arrow, look how
yes, it does. Thank you. It does.
They do it better.
They
do. And it's a perfect mix between him and his fights leading and matching what's happening in the story. It's not just, we just got a little bit of story here to get us to the next fight.
How does that, doesn't that happen to every show that's
all of the
greats?
Yeah, all the greats. And it does it better.
It's not there yet.
It does it better.
Greats. Go ahead and name those greats.
There's a few of them. There's a few that's under Invincible. Like Batman, Spider-Man, X-Men.
They're still great. They're still great.
I never said they're not great. Invincible's the greatest.
It's not the greatest. It's
not
even the greatest.
Their fight scenes are like legit. Him fighting Conquest is a legit action scene that's better than almost everything else in comic books, period.
That overabundance of violence that you consider
he comes from violent people.
The guy who just runs into everything with screaming and yelling and emotion, that doesn't really fight, doesn't even learn how to fight and everything. No, not that guy. Who's actually fighting people who actually know how to fight and then whoop his behind because he doesn't.
Batman fighting, he actually knows how to fight.
Lots of people.
Like who? Clayface? Don't know how to fight. Mr. Freeze don't know how to fight. Joker don't know how to fight. The Riddler don't know how to fight.
Ra's al Ghul, Deathstroke, the League of Assassins,
the Victromites,
and he lost.
No, he didn't. He beat Conquest both times.
Terribly. No, Adam Eve beat him, which he even said when he fought the second time.
Hey,
because he had to. He didn't beat me. Adam Eve. Beat
you know why?
There you go. And he didn't beat him.
Was he in the fight scene?
Yeah, she was.
So it doesn't matter. The fight scene was still great. She was in the fight scene.
It wasn't great. It was good to watch. It was good to watch.
What you mean good? You know how good to watch. Both times.
It was good to watch.
Both times.
Conquest isn't the only person out there. Conquest,
Right, Anissa.
with the
Anissa.
who whooped his behind.
What? That ain't fair.
what are we looking at here, yo?
But it was still a good fight scene, was it not? And it still shows you like, she's like, even some, like if you don't see somebody worse than me is coming. And you like, so you just, that, his ass whipping in that fight scene let you know what he was going up against, and she wasn't even top tier.
And that wasn't even a good fight scene, yo.
No, this whole scene, see, you're mistaken. The whole scene was great. You remember the fight scene, but before the fight scene, he was trying to convince her that this is a better place. She's trying to convince him that if we take over, all this bad stuff that's happening in the world won't happen. They went to go save a cruise ship from a, what's the thing?
Yeah, tsunami or whatever.
No, not a tsunami. It was a thing that's coming, cracking or whatever.
Oh, the monster.
Yeah, they saved that. And he was struggling. She came and stole him. And he's like, no. And then she got to convince him that. I mean, she said, if you don't fall in line, get this ready. Somebody worse than me is coming. And he was like, so you just beat him. She just beat him like you stole something. And then somebody worse than him is coming. That makes you think like, yo, who else is coming? Who do they got? And then boom, Conquest.
Bro, the fight scenes in X-Men 97, which I still put X-Men 97 and X-Men the animated series as one because it ain't nothing but a continuation. Everything in X-Men 97, all their fight scenes in there were just amazing. All of them. Rogue going out there beating everybody behind after Gambit dies. Pounding that man. Goddamn Nightcrawler fight scene where you see Nightcrawler, what happens when he takes people with him through his teleportation and everything, Wolverine with him, and then him and Wolverine get loose on everybody out there. Yo, it's still not there. And then all the fight scenes from the original X-Men the animated series.
What about the fight scene Adam Eve had in her special?
What else you got? What else you got? Because it ain't the fights. What else you got?
The consequences.
That makes it
the consequences in the show. Like when people get hurt, they stay hurt. It's not like, oh, I'm hurt. In the next episode, I'm fine. I'm back together. It's not like when people, oh man, that fight should have killed you. No, it did kill you. Rexplode. What happened to Rexplode when his character went from, hey, yo, I'm a jerk. I'm an a-hole. I have a whole thing in development. I see where I went wrong. I'm changing my life. I'm on the right path to change it. I even got me a girlfriend. I'm doing the right thing. I got to sacrifice myself to save everybody.
He didn't have to, but he decided.
That was the only way he was getting out.
I guess.
What do you mean he didn't have to? That was the only way he was getting out.
I guess so. I guess so. Okay, whatever.
What you mean? That's the only way he was getting out.
That's a good story right there. Doesn't make it the greatest of all time.
But that's just an example. There are more of those.
It's an okay example. I mean, it's okay.
And you still have other characters who have stories, like full story arcs that are getting in splice that all make sense. It's not rushed to anything. Like what's the guy, the black man who turned his skin in a rock? Kind of remind me of Luke Cage, who has a family took over the mafia.
He's so bad. He doesn't even remember his name and everything.
I don't remember a lot of people's names. What that have to do with
that guy? That doesn't leave an impression on you and everything. You know what leaves an impression? The Mr. Freeze episode in Batman the Animated Series. Okay, that left an impression on you right there. Okay, that was like that nominated and everything. Okay, anything that Batman puts his finger on is amazing and everything. Okay, Injustice has some of the best story arcs as a whole in it. Injustice, oh my goodness, are we kidding me?
Injustice? You mean Young Justice?
Young Justice, my bad.
So Injustice, so good they can't remember the name.
Injustice was great too because it had a movie and everything.
Yeah, the comic book was great. Yeah, the movie was not.
Movie was.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
It was good. So good. So good.
I know you lied.
Young Justice best story arcs. The whole complete story for the whole season and everything. It was amazing.
Bro,
what are we talking about here?
The writing in Invincible is elite. And I know it's elite because it came from one of the greatest elite comic books of all time.
Okay.
So if they're just copying elite from elite and adding a little sprinkle of more greatness,
they're not adding greatness to it.
How they not? What they did, the way they turned around Debbie from the comics to the TV show, they made her better and not a drunk, which a lot of people had a problem with. Like she was just drunk when Nolan left. She just came a drunk and
she was drinking in this too.
No, she was drinking a while. No, she was drunk. There's a difference between drinking and being a drunk. You know that.
Okay.
So they changed that. They added a little more to Battle Beast, and it makes it a little better. And it was already great.
Battle Beast is
No, I didn't say they added too. Come on, man. He's there for one reason, and they added.
Okay, what else you got and everything for the people and everything? Because you know that just sounds okay and everything like that.
It's storytelling, but it's storytelling here is good, is good or better than most other comic book shows from back from the 90s, the early 2000s, all that. It's either as good or better, not lower than any of those shows. Batman, Spider-Man, X-Men, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Not better than X-Men. That's for dang
The
sure.
storytelling, yes it is.
Not better.
Yes it
The
is.
storytelling was so good in the X-Men, they brought back X-Men 97 and picked up right where they left off. And that was one, and then X-Men 97, one season of X-Men 97 is by far better than at least 3 of the seasons.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
The connections you have, the loss of life you have, which was Gambit, which you already brought up, they don't even have anything where it's lost and everything. X-Men 97 had all of that.
What are we talking about?
Gambit, the knockoff Gambit.
So what? Is he a knockoff? I don't care.
Yes, he did.
I don't care if he's a knockoff.
He is a knockoff.
Died.
And Gambit died too and everything, which hurt people even far more and everything. And he had more.
It did not hurt people more than it hurt. It was about the same. It did not hurt more. Did not hurt more.
What are you talking about? People have been asking for Gambit for years to have live action, even a movie and everything else. Nobody's out here asking for no Rexplode or whatever to happen to knock off goddamn Gambit. He is literally the dang on knockoff of Gambit, and nobody cares that he's gone. Nobody batted an eye. You know what happened when Gambit died? The internet exploded.
Internet exploded when Rex died. What are you talking about?
The internet.
When Rex Explode died.
There was a death in the Invincible series.
Oh, you're right. You're bleeding.
To be somebody who's previously been on previous episodes.
Nowhere near the
You're right. You're lying.
There's nowhere near the comparison right there. How dare you?
Mox growth in Invincible is it's top 10. He's going from a little kid who wants to be just like his dad to becoming his own man, to putting his father in his place, taking responsibility for his half brother, going out in the world, and still holding his moral values.
There's no growth there. It's just he's been put in situations and you just see him
maturing to the situation.
No, you see him dealing with the situation.
That's growth.
It's not growth. It's not.
That's how you grow. It's getting in situations and learn how to deal
He's
with
been put in situations where he has to deal with the situation as he goes and everything. He's not growing.
No, for instance,
the Oliver one, Oliver was already born. The only thing he could do was take him back to Earth with him.
No, he could have left him there.
It wasn't everything.
He could have left him there. He did. But that's not even what I'm talking about. For instance, you remember how him and Cecil were on opposite ends? Cecil was looking like he was about to kill him.
Girl, opposite ends.
No.
Season.
So what happened at the end of this season then? He went to Cecil and look, I need that because he was going through PTSD. That's growth. Like, look, this guy, I understand what he was doing, why he was coming. And Cecil telling him, like, you know how Mark was so angry at the dude that kidnapped those kids from college, turning them to have machines and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And he look, like, you always complain about how you make mistakes and you want to learn and get better redemption. That's what he's doing, and you're upset about that because you believe there's no redemption for him. You're a hypocrite, and it made him stop and think, and he had to take a second and we look at it. That's growth. You can't tell me that's the definition of growth.
Okay.
So how you saying he's not growing? He's been put in situations he's dealing with them. No, that's a clear example of growth, and it's more than one. But I can't go through all of them in this time. But that's more than.
What else you got for the people, Mr. This is the greatest show of all time and everything?
Pacing is phenomenal. Unquestioned.
Nah, phenomenal. We would never say phenomenal. This last season was good.
Last season was phenomenal.
Last season was good.
It had one little season, one little filler episode.
Before that, the previous 3 seasons, it was not. The pacing was
what?
Oh, you're lying. It was wonky.
What was wrong with pacing in season 1 then?
What are we talking about? How it took so long to get to everything? Oh my God!
No, it didn't.
Transition, and then the scenery scenes. Oh my God! What are we doing?
You're lying.
What are we doing here, yo? Come on, man.
The emotional weight of every season in Invincible is better than any emotional weight of any season in any show. Like at the end of every season, you're like, yeah, stuff is changing and it is never going to go back, and it's only getting worse and worse, and we're trying to deal with it.
Isn't that
Invincible
Isn't that every show? Every show with an emotional thing where they got to change because there was loss?
No. Batman the animated series is not. It just introduced you with great episodes of characters, and then everything goes back to normal the very next season like nothing else ever happened. Invincible is not like that. Everything that happened lingers. It's never going away.
Okay, that's solid. That's solid right there and everything because it's just lost all the time because Invincible's not really invincible.
It doesn't matter if he's invincible. Just because he don't live, Batman's not really a bat.
You know what I mean?
He don't even have powers. He don't even have bat powers, but he's still doing fine. It's fine.
I don't know. The people that fight, the people in the city think he's a bat.
And no people are stupid.
No, the man puts up an emblem. He comes down when he comes down on the cape. It's whatever doing and everything. But that's solid. That's an okay point. Doesn't make it the greatest of all time and everything. Okay, so for a show right now, we're talking about a show that's not yet complete. Okay,
that doesn't matter.
Compared to the full story and the package of the other shows that are complete.
Let me tell you why you're wrong with that.
Okay, let's
explain it easily. So when Batman the Animated Series was happening, right? In the midst of his show, it had the Mr. Freeze show, right? The Mr. Freeze episode, right?
Okay.
It was nominated. It won an Emmy, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Didn't that episode start putting that show in some of the greatest shows of all time? That one episode, right? There's more. The Clayface, the Clayface origin, the double part origin. Classic,
I
right?
was talking about those. Yeah.
Right?
At this point, it's definitely a classic.
Yeah, okay.
Because the show's over.
No, it was not over there.
You know what I mean? Right now, it's over.
No, right now it's over, but while those shows are happening, people were like, yeah, this is classic stuff, right? Classic material, right? It's putting up in your ghost status. The movie, Master of the Fantastic, which is
putting it there.
Yeah.
Putting it there. It wasn't there.
And by the time the show ended, before the show ended.
Say that again, when the show ended.
No, I said before the show ended.
But when the show ended.
Now, it's cinematic, but when the show was ended, it was already considered one of the greatest comic book shows of all time. While it was still going on, before it ended. How is that not possible for Invincible?
Because Invincible is there.
So if Batman was already doing it while it was ending, before it ended, how come Invincible can't do it?
Invincible can't.
That's it. That's definitely
because it was still putting it in the discussion.
There was no show.
It was still putting.
There was no show that came before or after that was better than Batman while it was out. Until Invincible came.
That's debatable in its own right and everything.
No, but
nobody was. First of all, it goes by opinion where people say Batman is actually the greatest. There is no consensus of Batman being the greatest.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you're trying to say Batman is the epitome and is considered.
It's in my top 3.
Yeah, exactly. It's in your top 3. It's not. There's no, it will never be a consensus of what is actually the greatest. Everybody has their difference of opinions and everything. I understand why you're using Batman as an example.
Yeah, because you brought it back.
Yeah, it's not, because it's not. I could bring it, I would have brought up more, but I'm pretty sure.
You bring them all, because I can debate them all.
It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is, right now, all the points that you're making is making it for a good, future great show.
If it's a future great show, how come it's not already in it?
Future,
like Batman, while it was going on, it was considered the greatest comic book show, especially greatest animated show of all time, while it was going on. The same can you do with a show that's just as good, if not better, and has bigger emotional weight, and the writing is phenomenal. How come it's not right there? And the action, in my opinion, is better.
The action is just people would say, well, it's just freaking gore and just violence.
Why is it better than that? No, that's not true.
Because then, not only that, it's also the simple debate of the animation style and everything, how it keeps changing and stuff, and it's not keeping the consistency of the animation style. All the other shows keep the same consistent animation style and everything. Like, what are we doing here with this show? It just keeps changing and everything, like season by season.
Yeah, because y'all want it faster and faster.
No, we don't want it. We don't need it faster and faster. It comes out once a year.
No, there was a 2-year difference between seasons 1 and 2, and people were pissed.
Yeah, because why couldn't you keep? Why? When all the source material was done,
because like the animation,
you don't need the animation didn't need to change from the season.
No, it didn't. What I'm saying is, for season 1 and 2, the animation was the same, and the people complained how long it took. So they shortened and, bruh. Just because you're not on the internet looking at this stuff doesn't mean it's not happening.
They don't need to listen to that type of stuff.
Those people are paying their bills. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Okay. It never occurred. It never meant anything in the past. It shouldn't mean anything now. We're talking about the ones that are the greatest shows ever.
Okay.
And everything. Okay. So you're sitting there, if it's such a great show and everything's so great about it, and everything, you didn't need to change anything. You should have just kept it as is. And everything.
Bro, it's more to being a good. First of all, I don't have a problem with the animation. I don't know who those people are. They want to make it more like an anime style because anime's in right now and everybody loves anime. I don't care about that. This is a classic, early 2000s, late 90s cartoon style. Just because you weren't allowed, you didn't watch cartoons.
It's supposed to be.
It still
changed
is.
it, but they changed it.
It still is. It maybe not as clean as you want it to be,
Okay.
but it still is. They're not changing that part. It still is, and it's still great, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Maybe give you that old school nostalgia feel, and then like, oh my gosh, where all this blood and gore come from? And just because your blood and gore doesn't make good or bad. For instance,
It's more.
I'm not a big gore fan at all. The Boys doesn't have a lot of good action scenes, but it's gore, so everybody loves it. I don't care about gore. I just need the action scenes to be good. The fight, the punch, the choreography, the way they were trying to, the way that Thrag went after people and gave people the work. When he went like this and a tornado came around his arm and smacked dude. I don't need gore for that. I saw it all right there. And that was fine. It was.
Yeah, if you say so. Like I said, that would have been perfect if they kept doing it like that, but they decided once he got in this place, start ripping people's heads off and everything. I understand they're keeping to the comics and the source material.
That's what happened in the comics.
That's what
People always complain about, oh man, you need to stay to the source material. When you drive off from the source
I
material.
understand. You keep
going
the
wrong.
source material.
So how you gonna get complain about it being in the use the source material and then also complain when they don't use the source material? You can't have it both ways.
I'm okay with it. I'm just saying, at points, it seems like they're taking it overboard. At points.
You're supposed to upper level. When you've taken from one medium to another, you're supposed to upper the level.
You don't have to upper the level. You can maintain.
No, you have to upper the level.
No, that's what got you to a point where you got.
Yeah, it got you to the point to get to the next point, which is the next point. Everybody, for whatever reason, everybody thinks for once you get to one point, you gotta go to the next point. The next point could be an animated movie, a full-length movie, a movie in theaters. You gotta show. It's not. You just can't be the same. You gotta up it up on it.
All right, you say you got up, and I say
Look,
maintain.
bottom line,
Hey,
bottom line, it clears
for you.
Invincible clears every animated show, superhero animated show ever made.
You guys in the comments, let us know. Is it
Peak superhero storytelling.
Is it all that he said? Is it the greatest of all time? Is it good storytelling? Is it great action? Is it any of that? If not, hey, our comments are open. Go for it, people.
Until next time, we out. Deuces.